Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Do you remember the 25th night of September? Something. Welcome to the Daily Grind, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, not Earth, Wind, and Fire. Easily, if you couldn't tell by looking at me, I'm not a prolific soul and funk R&B group. But it is Monday, and I'm going to talk with Rusty today. How are you, Rusty? Are you good? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good to see you too. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was nice. It was relaxing. A little bit confusing this morning, though. I went outside and my neighbor is working on his pumpkin. And I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to fix my pumpkin. And I was like, well, how do you fix your pumpkin? And he goes, well, obviously with a pumpkin patch. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
I love the disdain. Obviously, with pumpkin patch. You idiot. Oh, my God. I love it. Man, I miss this pumpkin season, dude. Fall is officially today.
The puns are not only they're funny, but they are apropos, their own brand, their timing, right? Like, it's just puns are great, man.
For those of us in the I see Wayno, I see Edward. If you didn't know it was the first day of fall, the pun gave it away. I also don't know if you have fall in Australia. No shots, Wayno. I just don't know.
The only thing fall in Australia is your survival chances if you walk out of your house.
Yeah,
your survival chances fall because everything there wants to murder you.
It's scary down there. It is just plain scary. Shout out, Wayno. We love you. Let's jump right into the show today, y'all. We're gonna do a little bit of not rapid fire, but we will have a rapid fire section later. But if you lived in Memphis,
what a day!
You lived around Memphis, yeah. What a day Saturday, man. The Memphis Tigers beat the Arkansas Razorbacks, Pig Suey, in just dramatic fashion. Seemed like the correct word to use. I mean, like, I was trying to think of a good. I hate using the word dramatic, being a theater person, because we get told that we're dramatic a lot. But like, I'll be damned if this wasn't a dramatic game.
It was back and forth. It was a great football game. Arkansas had plenty of opportunities to put this thing to bed, and they just couldn't do it. And so Memphis kept hanging around. And if you leave a team like Memphis hanging around, they're going to get dangerous. And apparently, the running back from Memphis, what was his name? Sutton Smith. Is his name? Yeah, Sutton Smith was like, finished the day, 12 carries, 147 yards, 12.3 yards per carry. Apparently, he was on the sideline saying, look, just give me the ball, and I'm going to take care of it. And had that big run to put him ahead to win the game, essentially. Brendan Lewis had a day, 199 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. But it all came down to the backup quarterback in CJ Smith with that incredible 3rd and 8, just like,
dude,
3rd down, 8, needed 8 to ice the game, and he gets 11 on the quarterback keeper up the middle through sheer will, determination, and pitiful Arkansas defense. Jared, stop me if you've heard that before.
Yeah, I was saying Jared's there.
But shout out Memphis. What a win for the Tigers. The last 4 times, look, this is an interesting stat. The last 4 times an SEC, and I want to boo-boo on myself here a little bit, but the last 4 times that SEC team has come to Memphis, 2015, Ole Miss lost 37-24. 2019, Ole Miss lost 15-10. 2021, Mississippi State lost 31-29. And now Arkansas 32-31. Memphis is 4-0 against the SEC in their last 4 in Memphis.
Which is a good look. I mean, you want to talk about optics. I mean, like we talk about, if you were not one of the big, if you're not one of the Power 5 conferences, optics matter. Like, it's gonna matter who you beat, when you beat them. And I mean, especially like, no AP, I don't care about signing up for your newsletter. Sorry, window. Memphis has 23. They received 23 votes on the AP top 25 poll this week. We're not going to break down the poll super much right now. We're going to get in that later this week, but they're knocking on the door. And you know who else is knocking on the door? Mississippi State, my friend. They got 102 votes. I want to give you a little bit. Tell me about how you felt after this weekend. A little bit of
a tiny bit. Yeah, I warned y'all all week that I thought this was a trap game, that I thought Northern Illinois was going to keep it close, and they did. At halftime, we were barely up a touchdown. Like, it wasn't a pretty first half. Run defense is still an issue for Mississippi State, which makes me nervous going into the Tennessee game this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But State found a way to win. We pulled away in the second half. We kept going. We leaned in and found a way to win. It was ugly in the first half. State ended up pulling away and covered pretty easily, 138-10. Had a great game plan in the second half to kind of bury an inferior team. Northern Illinois, they upset Notre Dame last year, but that's not the same team that they had last year. That was just purely a fluke. Blake Shapen is first in the SEC and second in the nation in passing accuracy on passes of 40+ and 50+ yard passes. Kid has got an electric arm, absolutely just dialed in on the offense. And I appreciate the votes. And Kenny's correcting me in the comments. Is Arrington Maiden was the one who got the run. Have an opportunity this coming weekend. Like, that was a trap game, like a peek ahead game, right? You're playing Northern Illinois, but you got Tennessee coming to town this Saturday. If you want to make a statement and you want to firmly plant yourself in the top 25, you upset Tennessee this weekend, but took care of business. Need a little bit better effort from the front seven defensively, especially this weekend with the way Tennessee likes to run the football. But all in all, a good win for Mississippi State, who has already, this past Saturday, eclipsed the FanDuel win total from preseason. FanDuel had us at 3.5. I took the over, cashed in on that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
State hit the over already with 4 wins, 4-0 in this young season.
Dude, good for you. That's awesome. I should have looked at Kenny. You might
the
know
last
this.
time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this too. The last time Mississippi State was 4-0 was 2014. And that was also the year we were ranked number 1 in the country in the first ever college football playoff poll. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen this year, but there's a path there with the brutal schedule we have coming up.
That's the key. You said brutal schedule. You got to look at the schedules. I mean, I was just thinking, I was like, the biggest problem with the SEC is they cannibalize each other. It's just like, you got to play each other. You're going to beat the hell out of each other. The ever-loving daylights out of each other. You look at Memphis' schedule, though. I mean, you got Florida Atlantic, then you got Tulsa, then you got South Florida, Rice, Tulane, East Carolina, and Memphis, and Navy, excuse me. And that closes it out. Like, if Memphis keeps winning, they're going. How many? The college football playoff is so. It's tough if you're not in one of the main conferences, right? We know this. Like, is there going to be one? How many playoff spots is Memphis playing for? I guess I should say. Like, is it just
exactly one?
It's one.
It's the 12th seed. It's the best of the group of 5. Right now, it's Memphis, South Florida. The South Florida's is ranked a bit higher in the AP poll right now because of what they've done.
But it's a 2-dog race, right?
But it's right now because Tulane got embarrassed by Ole Miss. Boise State has already got embarrassed by South Florida. South Florida's got the tiebreaker over them. Memphis and South Florida are on a crash course, but Memphis needs to take care of business. They need to win out up to that South Florida game. They need to win that South Florida game, and they really Arkansas is going to be their best win. And sorry, Jared, I'm not just being a hater, but Arkansas might only win 2 games this year because that SEC schedule ahead of them is also brutal. I don't know where a third guaranteed win is because they've got Notre Dame this weekend for their final non-conference, and then they've got a ton of SEC powerhouses, including a revitalized Mississippi State team who Jared was laughing and chalking it up and probably is going to owe me the winnings of a bet when we play in a few weeks. But Memphis needs to just take care of their business, and they notoriously don't. I'm not moving on Memphis with this, but they notoriously lose to Rice or to UAB or to somebody that have no business.
Someone's stupid. Someone's stupid.
That's it. So you need to don't mess around with Navy because they can jump up and bite you. Don't mess around with some of these other teams. Take care of your business. Get ready for South Florida, and go finally secure that spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like if you are not in the SEC, if you're not in one of these Power 5 conferences. The name of the game is take care of business every day. Yeah, you just got to take care of business. And for a team that is notoriously not known for that, it just gets a little worrisome, But
again, you want to talk about worrisome? Arkansas's upcoming schedule. They play Notre Dame at home this weekend, bye week. at Tennessee, and then A&M, Auburn, and Mississippi State, 3 straight weeks, come to Fayetteville before you have a bye week, and then you close out the season at LSU, at Texas, and Missouri at home. I just don't see another guaranteed, yes, we're going to win this game. There's a lot of toss-ups. There's a couple of toss-ups. You probably call Auburn, maybe Mississippi State toss-ups. But I don't know, man. Arkansas might only win 2 games this year.
Man, that's rough. Enough sad stuff. Well, I say sad stuff. Enough sad stuff for Jared. Oh wait, before we get out of here though, I see a comment from Kenny that my eyesight can't really see. Yeah.
Just win the conference.
The conference.
None of the other Group of 5 teams are really standing out. Nobody in the Sun Belt's really like that team. There's no teams that are really standing out. Go just take care of business. Again, you've got a very favorable schedule ahead of you. You've got South Florida at home. You get Tulane at home. You get Navy at home. Don't trip up at Rice. Like that feels like a weird game. It's a Friday night. It's on Halloween. Don't get the spookies and lose that game all on the heels of South Florida. Just take care of business. You got Florida Atlantic and Tulsa the next 2 weeks before you get a bye week. Ryan Silverfield and Memphis just needs to continue to take care of business. Feed Sutton Smith. Bring in Arrington Maiden on short yardage situations every single time because that dude is an absolute load at quarterback. And just take care of your business. And literally, it's yours for the taking this year. You just got to handle your business.
Handle your business. Speaking of handling business, I say a lot. There are some teams in the NBA. We're going to switch gears to the NBA because technically, training camps start today for 5 teams. 5 teams? Did I look at it right? 4 teams. 5 teams. The Nets, the Knicks, the Sixers, the Pelicans, and the Suns all start training camp, they all have media day today for those 5 teams, and then training camp will be later this week because they have preseason international games, so they've got to get a little bit of early for
the Grizzlies. We're a week away.
We're a week away, baby.
From media day for the Grizz.
Oh my God, I can't wait. We are 1 week away. Cedric Cowers is a full go. We're going to talk about that probably tomorrow. Being a week away, though, you know what that means? It's time for people to start getting their fingers. I say people. It's time for people, not us, to start being like, all right, we're a week away. Let's make trades. And so I'm bringing back, would you make that trade? We're going to do a lightning round. Would you make that trade? Because I've got 5 guys that I want to go with you. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but I was just like, let's look at Grizzlies news with training camp. And people are already trying to trade us 5 dudes. And 2 articles, and these were Sports Illustrated, I think, publications through them. I found them on Bleacher Report. They're not awful, but we're going to split these up. I've got 2 front court options. Front court. Would you make that trade? Obi Toppin.
God bless Wayno. He's still here. Let's go NBA. He's put up with all the football talk.
I got you, Wayno. I got you.
All right, Obi Toppin.
That trade. Obi Toppin.
It depends on what they want back, but I do like Obi Toppin. He gets some big playoff minutes. He can secure our front court a little bit. I wouldn't give up like a major piece, but if we could get him for, maybe move a Brandon Clark, so he's going to fit that role, right?
That's the role. He's going to fit that. He's going to fit the Santi, BC, that front court role. So if you give up one of them, maybe, this is a guy.
You know what he does that we need, and that's rebound.
Ding, 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 ding. Which that's sort of the overarching theme of these 2 guys. I would make the trade for Obi Toppin if the things felt
the right pieces.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give up a GG or above, but maybe like a BC. Maybe if you throw in Vince, give him some defense, a couple draft picks. Yeah, but I would take Obi Toppin for his rebounding and just effort because you just plays hard. Yep,
and we know that Wayno would trade Santi for Obi. We know that
in a heartbeat.
What about Nick Richards? Would you make that trade?
I've never been as high on Nick Richards as some have. I know, I might get some heat for this, but
not on this show. Not on this show.
I've never bought the Nick Richards hype. Like, he's fine in Charlotte. Like, hadn't really, he's been injury prone. He rebounds, he defends the rim pretty well, but not enough for me to go, yes, absolutely, we got to have Nick Richards on the team. I don't love, the Nick Richards is one of those players, like, the idea of Nick Richards is better to me than the actual product on the court. Hot take, like Paul George.
Ooh. I'm kind of with you. Nick Richards, it's like in theory, he's a fine player. He's a fine player. I just don't think he's a needle mover. I don't think he's going to like really affect us one way or the other. The thing with him, though, he's like a prime trade. I mean, what? He's in the like final season of a 3-year, $15 million contract. He's like, it's prime trade material. Especially, is he still with the, is he?
He's Sun still, right?
Sun still, but behind Mark Williams. So it's like, he's still a backup. We'll see.
He would be a breaking case of emergency in case Zach Edey or Jaron or one of them goes, knock on all the wood, goes down with I'm not even gonna say it out loud. But like he would be, exactly. He would be like some just breaking case of emergency insurance. I don't like that. I'm all good.
Yep. I'm with you. Just kind of like, we're good. Like that's so we're one of two in these front court shoring up the front court. Now let's talk about the wings. Let's talk about the other thing. Would you make these trades? Would you make a trade for Corey Kispert of the Washington Wizards?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So this is going to my dirty white guy is going to show. I've always liked Corey Kispert ever since he was at Gonzaga. I wanted to draft him. I think it was this the Zaire Williams draft?
I think so.
Once Franz was gone, I wanted Kispert, but this is a dude. All he's going to, I mean, is he just a younger Kennard? I guess that's what you're getting. Is a younger Kennard.
That's what makes me nervous. Yeah, and a terrible little pencil thin mustache. Like at least fill that thing out. Like you have a mustache, fill it out. Like it looks like he drew it on with like an eyeliner pencil.
It does.
I mean, he's fine. He doesn't move the needle for me. Like if I'm gonna make a trade right now, like I need a needle mover for somebody. It's a needle mover, and Corey Kispert doesn't do anything exceptionally well. That's like, gotta go get that guy.
Who is Corey King Meeks? He plays for the Wizards. King Meeks. Yeah. That's any. He's a 6'6"
shooting guard combo wing who decent from beyond the arc.
He's good from beyond the arc. Let me. I should have had this in front of me. I don't. It's fine.
I got it right here. He's career 38% from three. His best was 22-23. He shot 42%. 38 in 23-24, 36% last year. So he's good.
But he doesn't know how to. The thing is, Edward nailed it. Doesn't know how to
nailed
win.
it. Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need.
We need guys who know how to. We've got enough guys who are projects or okay at things or that have been on team. Like we need a guy. If somebody's going to come in, they need to have been in a winning culture.
Yep. Yep. You're absolutely right. What about Haywood Highsmith? You think that's someone heat culture, maybe not winning culture, but another guy that's okay from beyond the arc. But for me, he doesn't move the needle. And it's like, whose minutes is he taking?
That's it. Like who are you going to move down the roster for Haywood Highsmith? And that's kind of where it comes down to, like, whose minutes is he going to take? And maybe Vince's would be some, just based on the product that we got from Vince last year, which I'm not fully convinced that wasn't just because Vince was not 100% healthy. I don't think Vince is truly that bad. Yeah. Haywood Highsmith's fine. Maybe if it's in like a package deal, but like as the main piece, nah.
Yep. Last one on this list, Jordan Hawkins of the New Orleans Pelicans. Played on that UConn team that won the Natty. I like Jordan Hawkins a lot. Like knockdown shooter. It's another thing coming not from a winning franchise. He's stuck behind Trey Murphy, stuck behind Herb Jones. He's stuck behind Sadiq Bey. It's just like, he just might be a really good shooter stuck in no man's land. And so I'm just like, I just don't know.
He's 38% from the field, 35% from beyond the arc. In 20 minutes, he's taking almost 6 threes per game. So he is a shooter. He's a volume shooter. He ain't afraid to let it fly. But again, like, I don't know that I necessarily want him taking Jalen or Cedric or Scottie Pippen. Like any of those minutes. He's 6'5". He's a shooting guard. Like he's not overly big. We've got Ty Jerome that can fill that role. Again, it just feels like these people think we're just going to like the only trades, and maybe they're right because we haven't made a big splash trade, but these writers think that the only trades we can make are for bottom of the barrel type guys. Of these 5, I'm 1 for 5. I would at least engage in a conversation for Obi Toppin. The rest of these guys, I'm politely yet firmly declining.
We would make a trade for the one who's been there before, who has played some significant playoff minutes, and who could potentially move the needle for your franchise, as he did with the Pacers. That's the only one of these guys that I think we would want.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we would make one of that trade, one of those. Ooh, bad grammar. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we got some Monday Night Football to talk about because we got a good one tonight. Should be a good
excited
one.
about tonight. Yeah.
Excited about tonight. We will talk.
I got a lot of fantasy implications tonight, which you can talk about too.
Oh, God. Yeah, we'll talk about that right after this quick break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Can Memphis beat Arkansas this week?
Can they? Sure. Since 2014, they are 4-0 against opponents when they play 11 a.m. games on ABC. 4-0.
Okay.
I have a lot of concern about this defense's ability to contain Taylon Green.
Yep.
That's my biggest problem.
That's the
Over
game.
the years, they've struggled with running quarterbacks, as most defenses do. I think that's such a trope for a lot of people. They're like, this defense struggles with running quarterbacks. It's like, well, everyone does. He's got all the ability in the world, and I think this is going to be a massive test for a Memphis defense who I don't think has really been pressed or challenged by any quarterback today.
Then for Memphis's offense, they've got to be able to stretch the field. If Arkansas knows that Memphis is just going to try to line up, run the ball with Sutton Smith, run it with Brendan Lewis, they're going to be able to shut that down.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
DJ Lagway has shown me he had a 39.2 QBR in the first week. He had a terrible game against South Florida. And all this hype about DJ Lagway being the next great Florida quarterback, Drew, has fallen flat on his face in my opinion.
No, the problem is he sat out all spring and he sat out 2 weeks of fall camp. I think once he gets to the next level, he is that type of guy. But I don't think he has been able to develop the right way at Florida because he's been off the damn practice field.
You know why you don't see it, Rusty? Because you had LASIK surgery to correct your vision. I don't trust medical doctors. I don't trust anybody these days when it comes to scouting football.
Can y'all tell me what the identity of a Billy Napier team is?
No.
Finish strong?
I have
because
I have literally no idea. I truly believe DJ Lagway is that type of talent where it's
I agree.
Are we watching the same quarterback? Good.
No, hold up. He's 6'4".
That's fine.
225 pounds. He can run over anybody. He runs a 4.4. He's got a cannon for an arm. He can be accurate. He's shown that.
You Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson was never accurate like that.
Can I give you Anthony Richardson?
Tune in to College Football Saturdays throughout the college football season live from Grind City Brewing and the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back, man. I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of that. I love it.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're clearly not watching the same quarterback, and they have not responded to my requests for a conversation. I keep asking them, do you want to talk about DJ Lagway, or do you still want to be wrong? Dude was awful Saturday night against Miami. Awful.
I mean, he was so bad it bumped Miami up to number 2 in no country.
I mean, his QBR rating was 29.1. That's abysmal. He had like 60 yards passing. But yeah, he's a generational talent, future NFL quarterback. Maybe Anthony Richardson's a bit unfair. Maybe he's like DJ Uiagalelei, who used to play at Florida State, who was abysmal. Just maybe that's more of a comp. Kingman gets it. He's a ball knower. He's not like the buffoons.
I love it. Me and Jerry were just cackling. We were just loving it. We were so good. Enough about making fun of those two, though. We can do that any day of the week. Let's jump into this. Oh, and we're brought to you by Trilogy Tattoo. I forgot. Check them out. They're great. Also, check out all the shows. Also, head on over to FanDuel's Sportsbook because we are presented by them. And if you want to keep track of the game tonight and win some money, FanDuel Sportsbook is the best place to do it. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football Week 3 tonight. The Detroit Lions are playing the Baltimore Ravens. FanDuel's odds for this. Baltimore's favored, the money line. They are favored minus 240. Detroit's plus 198. The over-under for this is 53.5. God, I hit the over. I hope they hit the over for fantasy purposes. And the line's 5.5. I'm excited for this game. And there, like you mentioned, there are a lot of fantasy implications in this game as well. Apart from like actual football, you've got Jahmyr Gibbs, you got Derrick Henry, you got Montgomery, you've got all the receivers, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Zay Flowers. There's a lot of action. Both in the books and in the fantasy world in this game. I mean, I didn't even talk about Lamar. Like, what are you excited about tonight? What do you
in my family league, I need about 40 points from between Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. My brother's got it set to where we get a bit more quarterback points. So I feel kind of confident, though ESPN has me at a 45% chance of winning. I need them to have I need it to be another like Buffalo game where it's a big shootout. In my family league. In our Bluff City Media League, I've stuffed Uncle Buck in a locker, unfortunately, for him. And I still have Trey Luke for the kicker for the Ravens tonight. So that one is in the bag. But then in the League of Avengers, I need a massive game from Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers needs to have a huge game for me to upset my brother. It can happen.
He's number 3 wide receiver right now. I mean, he did good.
But I'll tell you this in the preview for the game, Lamar Stevens is 24 and 4. Sorry, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Stevens.
Lamar Stevens. Got me talking NBA here.
Gotcha.
Lamar Jackson is 24 and 4 against the NFC, including 3-0 against the NFC North, where he's played 3 games and amassed 910 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. History is on the side of the Ravens tonight. I think that it's going to be a barn burner. I think it's going to be an incredible game. Like these two teams are hot. ESPN gives a 57% chance to win. The Ravens, that is. This is a fun Monday Night Football game. Don't look ahead to next week because it's a doubleheader and it's awful. But tonight, super excited about watching this hot. Because Jared Goff is also having like a career resurgence. Like he had a massive game last week against the Bears, who got a big win yesterday. Let's go.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Big win against the Bears, who got a win yesterday, allegedly, which we're not talking about. But I think it's going to be a great football game. You got 2 premier quarterbacks, 2 of the best running backs, 2 completely different styles. It's going to be a really, really good game.
I'm excited for it. And keeping in the spirit of things, it's time for the daily dose of It's a Trap, also presented by FanDuel. We're going to do it on this game right here, and I'm excited. I feel really confident about your ability to win this one specifically, just because it's a lot of fantasy implications, like you said, and so I think you might be able to get a leg up on this. The game is It's a Trap, named after Admiral Akbar. I'm going to give our guest 3 bets. He has to tell me which one's a trap bet. Here we go. The topic of conversation this morning. What time is it? Detroit, Baltimore, 2 score, 2+ touchdowns. All right, 2+ touchdowns. I gave Jared such a hard one last week. I felt bad. I'm going to scroll it back. He was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "You're right. This was unfair."
He got an easy one for me, so
yeah, it's fair. All right, the odds to score 2+ touchdowns. Which one of these is a trap? Is it A, Derrick Henry plus 250, David Montgomery plus 500, or Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 750?
King Henry is obviously number 1, and so that one's fine. David Montgomery is a touchdown vulture, but plus 500 feels awful easy for him, especially with Jahmyr Gibbs being the lead back there. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to say David Montgomery is a trap.
Man, I knew, you got it. I thought I was like, you know what? This one seems I was like, the odds in this game are crazy. So you were right. You got Derrick Henry, obviously the heads on favorite, leads on favorite, whatever the hell that word is.
Hands on.
No, you're right.
Hands down favorite. We'll get there in a minute.
Heads on, legs on, knee, whatever. You got it right. Hands down favorite. Derrick Henry plus 250, Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 750. Those are correct odds. Go check those out. The backfield in Detroit, Jahmyr Gibbs is plus 500. Montgomery's still plus 800. It's like you said, he's a touchdown vulture, so he's still like, I would really like for David Montgomery and Derrick Henry to each get 2+ touchdowns because I need 30 points to win in our Bluff City Media League, and I don't want to get beat by Daniel Greer. I really don't. But I guess it might happen. I'm preparing for it, but hopefully this will be a good game tonight.
So.
You're at 18 and 6 now. I can't reach you're killing it. But yeah, that's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be talking NBA. It's back. It's time to start hitting it full force, man. I cannot wait. We're still talking football too, but I know we got to help Wayno out. Thanks for the comments, y'all. I just seen everybody. Jared, King Meeks, everybody. Art is back. Kenny, everybody. Smooth Southpaw. Appreciate you all. $2 Sports Show today at 11.
Yes. Talking college football, updating it against the spread. It's going to be a good show today.
Heck yeah. And then you got Saint at 1. Tune into all that. Thank you, FanDuel. Thank you, Trilogy Tattoo. And if we can leave you with anything today at all, remember these 2 things. Remember, 1, be a little bit weird, a little bit. And 2, remember to smile. It's important. Yeah. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.